Good afternoon. I'm Richard Reynnells, and the devotional for this afternoon is Biblical Teachings. Should they inform all we do? God is such an inconvenience, telling us his expectations of what we should and should not do, how to interact with other people, for example, 1 Timothy 6:4, and Romans 13:8-10, how to treat animals, Deuteronomy 25:4, 1 Corinthians 9:9, the need to respect the environment because it is God's creation, Genesis 1:1, and belongs to God, 1 Corinthians 10:26. And he lets us use our free will regarding what to actually think and how to act. Personal responsibility is such a burden. Adult decisions that result in adult consequences just seems so unfair. Clearly, it would be easier if we only followed the Bible when it will not irritate or offend someone at some time or in some way. But then we get into that no-win zone of politics and political correctness, and perhaps the dictates of the ones having power. It seems that someone will always disagree with us. And again, it may be preferable to worry about what God expects of us than to courteously, respectfully, and appropriately disagree with each other, and to search the Bible for an answer to a question. We need to honestly discuss parts of the Bible we do not understand with others in the same situation, or with those who may have a better understanding. We can search the Bible for God's truth, or we can pretend and create our own version of what God expects, which seems easier in the short term. While God says not to change what he says in any manner, Revelations 22:18, we do not think he really means it. While God says to treat others with respect and love, Matthew 19:19, 1 Corinthians 13:1, and equality, 1 Corinthians 12:12, that may not be what he always really means. If true, why did he tell the Israelites to kill so many pagans, other than the latter's rejection of God? Some of God's commands are not debatable, no matter how one twists the teachings, which Bible translation you use, or how you interpret the words. But other parts are truly confusing, puzzling, and open to interpretation. But that is why you use the Bible to address these points as much as possible, not simply someone's feelings or beliefs. Study Bibles come in handy, but the commentary should only be considered as one option or a reference. I find in most cases these comments are very helpful, and they often reference other verses to clarify a point or refer to some historical fact for your enhanced understanding. Do we consider the high probability that if we follow God's expectations of us, we would not have all the social engineering isms that may be used against each other, whether deserved or not? Misogyny and misandry, you probably haven't seen that word very often, could be eliminated by following God's examples for our lives. God had a plan which did not put either gender in a subordinate position for judgment. The genders have different physical characteristics and, to a degree, mental tendencies, and potentially different roles in life. But everyone is judged by God. However, these examples and biases by heroes are not the point of this devotion. The point is, our first obligation is to follow God's expectations of us each day, and to follow the rules of our country that are not in conflict with God. And look at Matthew 22:21 for a reference on that. Sometimes that may be an issue, so we have to do our best to please God. This may not always be easy, but it is necessary. God bless.